Hello everyone. In this video, let's look at how to install Python, the other required packages, and Jupyter so that we can use Jupyter notebooks in Visual Studio Code. First of all, we have to download Python. You can download it from python.org. Actually, you have to use the version that is matching. Here I am using Windows. So you can see 3.14.3 is available, but I wish to go with an earlier version. So you download that version, and once it is downloaded into some place in your machine, then you have to click and install. So when you install, please ensure that you install it in the C drive with for Python 3.13 to show 3.13, so that there are no spaces in the Python path. So you can see, although this is an old installation that I am showing you, the installation folder has to be selected like that, although other possibilities are there. Also ensure that you add the Python to environment variables, so that wherever you type Python, this python.exe will be executable. So you can see how the command prompt is being opened. You can click the Windows button here and type cmd, and once you have the command prompt after installing Python, you can just type Python here, and then the version that you installed can be used now. For example, you can type a simple command like print 3 plus 4, and it will display the output as 7. To exit from this, you can type exit, open the parentheses and close them, and go to the command prompt. So you can type Python hyphen version like so, so that the version of the Python that you installed right now can be displayed. Also, you can display the version of pip. I have an old version that I have installed, but it should print something like this. So now let's look at how to install Visual Studio Code, popularly known as VS Code, that also we download from the code.visualstudio.com website. And once you download, you can install it with these two options. Click add path and register code as editor for supported files, file types. Then I chose to deploy Visual Studio Code. Then you will see a window like that in this case. So one thing that you can do is you can create a folder for the work that you are planning to do, maybe called ML, and then you can open that folder. So you have to install support for Python, and then install Jupyter, Pylance, and optionally GitHub support. For that, you can press Ctrl plus Shift plus X while Visual Studio Code is open. So that will take you to the extension installation. So extensions like this have to be installed by clicking. I have them installed. Pylance. So to get them, I typed Python, opened the parenthesis and started typing Microsoft. So then I was able to see these extensions. In my machine, these are already installed. Then I installed Jupyter also. This is the so-called Jupyter Lab. Supports you to type in code as well as text in markup, so a language called markup, so that you can have so-called notebooks. So this is what we are going to do now. So now, before we do that, we have to create a virtual environment. This virtual environment is so important. The reason is the different packages that we installed in Python, maybe NumPy, maybe Matplotlib, maybe there are so many other packages, especially Torch versions used for deep learning. They come in different versions, and different pieces of code may need different versions. So sometimes it is required for you to have these different versions coexisting on your machine, so that you can use all of this um, with different pieces of code. So that's why we create a virtual environment. In order to do that, you can perhaps go to the folder that I mentioned before. So I chose this path. You can choose any path that you like. I had created a folder called ML, and then I opened that folder in Visual Studio Code. So then you have to click I trust this location. So once you open that, then maybe you can click new terminal and create a new terminal where you can type in the commands. Once you have it, you can type this important command to create the virtual environment called python -m venv, and then you can give any name that you like. Here I have chosen to give .venv. So once you do that, you can do .venv scripts activate. So you're activating that virtual environment. When you do that, sometimes Windows may not allow you. If that is the case, you have to open the so-called PowerShell um, and then run this command. So once you do that, you will be able to run this virtual environment activation command. Once you do that, you will notice that within parentheses, the name of the virtual environment appears. And now, once you do that, we have to select the Python interpreter. Actually, we have to select what we have installed right now. So you click this, and when you click that, I have a whole lot of interpreters. So what we are interested in is what we installed right now in this folder in this .venv virtual environment. So you can see under .venv, it has the scripts folder. There you have python.exe. Okay. Um, when you click that, after that, we can install the core Python packages. So in order to do that, you have to notice that this .venv is the virtual environment that has been selected. It's very important for you to notice that. After that, you can use pip install commands to install numpy, scipy, pandas, matplotlib, and seaborn. All these things are packages that are important core packages for scientific computing and so on. Then you will see that these things will slowly get installed one at a time, many of them. Then after that, you can, for machine learning work, you can install scikit-learn and XGBoost similarly by typing pip install scikit-learn and XGBoost. So many machine learning algorithms are available in scikit-learn, and XGBoost is an industry-ready implementation of boosted trees. So that will also install. Then for time series, for natural language processing work, you can install these packages. Then once you do that, you can install the Jupyter support. In order to do that, once again, you have to notice that you are in that virtual environment, and you can write pip install Jupyter ipykernel. So it will install as before. Once it is installed, this command can be run for you to sort of select that environment called ML interpreter, Python interpreter called ML. So then you can open and use Jupyter in VS Code. So in order to do that, I can press Control Shift P and then start typing Jupyter. Then you can select Create New Jupyter Notebook. So once you create new notebook, the untitled notebook will appear here. It has the extension IPYNB. Uh, so in these, you can start typing. Actually, this one is a Python cell. So where you can type code, you can type text also. Later on, I will show you that. So here also I had to select the Python environment once again. So I selected the VN that we created. After that, I decided to Control S and save that. So I gave a descriptive file name called Python environment Jupyter test IPyNB. So it will be saved here. So you can see it has been saved in my machine learning ML folder. Then I decided to type a little piece of code, import numpy as np. So we are importing the numpy package, import pandas as pd, and import sklearn. Then you can print the numpy version. In order to do that, you can please click this play button. So it's the execute cell button. So initially it will take a bit of time. Then after that, it will you'll see a tick here and shows the time that it took, and then print the uh, version, because we asked it to print the numpy version 2.4.2. So now you can see the packages that you have installed, like for example numpy is working in this Jupyter notebook. So you can see you can add a new code cell, or you can add new markdown. Or in markdowns you can type text so that you can interpret what you have done by typing textual descriptions. You can even type LaTeX based equations in that. So I decided to click code and then add a little piece of code here. I created an array, um, a 3 by 3 array. Then I printed that array. Then I printed the shape of that array, data type of that array. Then created an identity matrix. Then multiplied those two. You get the same thing, because the identity matrix multiplication will give you the same thing. And then printed that, and so on. Then computed the mean of A, computed the standard deviation of A. So you can see these entries, outputs there, because we use the print command.